Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having an excellent day. I'm doing well. Today is a Saturday again. I'm just relaxing, enjoying the weekend, and I'm gonna get right into today's topic. So, the name of today's video is going to be An Empty House Doesn't Stay Empty for Long. And it's just going to be about exactly that. You're going to understand it by the end of the video why an empty house doesn't stay empty for long. Okay? So, a house could also be referred to as a temple, like the temple of God. And the temple of God is also referred to as the temple of God is within. So, it's within our body. So, a body could also be analogous to a house. So, let me break this down to you, okay? The analogy that I'm about to break down to you goes as follows. An empty house doesn't stay empty for long. So think about it. Let's say there is a house that nobody is currently living in. So it is either abandoned, shut down, or it's in between owners or renters at that current point in time, right? Just because that house is technically empty doesn't mean that it is actually empty. Do you understand? So usually you're renting or your own somebody rents or owns the house and people are living in it, right? Now when nobody's living in it because nobody's renting it, that doesn't mean it's necessarily empty. It might be empty for a week, for a month, for a year. It's not going to stay empty is my point, okay? Homeless individuals, drug addicts, alcoholics, and even animals may be living in that house, even though they shouldn't be, even though it is illegal, frowned upon, and not rightfully theirs, even though they are not paying money to stay at said property, they still choose to occupy that house regardless. Much how demons work, okay? Such is the analogy for our bodies and spirits, okay? Our body is the house that I'm referring to, okay? And the spirits are the occupants of said house, okay? So just like occupants live in a house or reside in a house, spirits occupy a body or live in a body, okay? If you have God in your life, then the Holy Spirit dwells in your body, just as a renter slash owner lives in a house. However, if one lacks God in their life, then there is no Holy Spirit in their body. This means that your body slash house is empty, but a house won't remain empty for long, as I've already stated. If your temple does not house the Holy Spirit, you open yourself up to demonic oppression. Okay? In this analogy, the demons serve as as the homeless addicts and wild rabid animals that are secretly staying at the abandoned house without consent. Our body slash house can either house a good spirit or a bad spirit. If you do not house the Holy Spirit, just be aware that you are now susceptible to demonic oppression. If you house the Holy Spirit in your vessel, you know about it. His name is on the lease. The Holy Spirit's name is on the lease, right? He pays you rent on time. He pays your rent in full every single month. However, if you lack the Holy Spirit, then you are not receiving rent at all. In fact, you have troublemakers destroying your property. They are crashing at your place, treating it like trash, not paying you a dime. It's actually a net negative. They are costing you daily instead of benefiting you regularly. So be aware of who resides in your body, in your house, in your home. If you don't like the answer to that question, then evict them and welcome God into your home. That's all I got, guys. All right. Have a blessed weekend. That's all I got. So until next time, stay safe, be blessed, and live lavishly. I'm going to see you guys in the next one for sure. All right. You all have an excellent night, and I love you all. Peace.